Know somebody near you, say hello, introduce yourself. Welcome to all of those who have come from near and those who come from far. Welcome, friends. We come here tonight b'simcha. B'simcha, with joy, celebrating the installation of Kol Shofar's first cantor. First cantor in 60 years, first cantor ever. And it's fitting for her personality and her warmth. She's invited some friends to come and join us, to sing with her, to join in the celebration. And geez, what yichus we have around here tonight. I want to welcome Hazzan Sandy Bernstein from Congregation B'nai Shalom in Walnut Creek. Hazzan, Cantor David Margules from Rodef Shalom, right here, everybody, people know. Rabbi-Cantor Elana Rosen-Brown, also Rodef Shalom, joining us. Tova Marcos, Temple Ramat Zion, joining us as our pianist and musical specialist and accompanist. We did have one person have to drop out, unfortunately. That's Cantor Rosalyn Barak from Congregation Emanu-El. She has a health thing, nothing life-threatening, don't worry. But so we need somebody to fill in. I heard Bruce Rafael singing earlier. You want to take her number? And we have tonight the inimitable Hazzan Alberto Mizrahi, hailing from Ir HaKodesh, Chicago, Illinois, joining us tonight. Their bios are in the program. I hope everybody got a program. They're around here somewhere. All I can say is that there's so much Jewish spirit and power in the room. By the time we get to Havdalah and Eliyahu Hanavi, I think the Mashiach might actually show up at the door tonight. I spoke this morning at the installation about what a cantor can bring to a community and ritual and prayer and collective spiritual consciousness. But tonight's a concert. Tonight is about joy, it's about simcha, it's about beauty, hidur, mitzvah, and music. The beauty of music and musicians. The depth of music, as you may know, goes all the way back to the story of creation. You might know, how does the Jewish tradition say that God created the world? How does the Jewish tradition say that God created the world? We're in the book of Devarim, Deuteronomy right now in our cycle. God created the world, the rabbis say, through words, through speaking, literally putting the aleph bet together. And so it was that the world was created. Actually, you might know this, the word abracadabra in magic comes from this idea. It's actually Aramaic. Avra kedabra. I create that which I speak. So the singing rabbi, Reb Shlomo Carlebach, came along and heard that teaching, and he said, well, do you think that God really spoke the world into being? Of course, God sang the world into being. The world itself has a spirit, it has an energy. The world has a song that animates itself. And it's our job in this world to discover that song, to learn it, and to sing its song along with them. And that's what tonight's about. Tonight is about the celebration of song, of music, of chazanut, and of wonderful people who've come to join us tonight. I'm so proud to be here. I'm so happy to share in this with you. Tonight, each cantor, each of our musicians will come up and they'll share a minute of maybe why they chose the song, what the song means to them, just briefly, as we move along in the evening. And it's my honor and pleasure to welcome up Hazzan Sandy Bernstein for her first song.
This is like really tight on here. Good evening. Thank you so much for having me here this evening. It's such a joy to celebrate with all of you and welcoming my friend and colleague, Naomi. You're amazing. Love you. So this first piece tonight is called Pervasive Peace. It's by Rebecca Schwartz, a good friend of mine, who also happens to be an amazing guitar teacher. One more time around. Okay, now I have some room. All right. And last summer, she wrote this piece last summer. She was invited by the poet, Alden Solavi, to write music to this piece of poetry. And it's really fitting, not only right now that we are about to go into the high holiday season, to Rosh Hashanah, and starting a new year, but it's also a very special new season having a cantor here. So, Pervasive Peace. יהי רצון מלפניך אלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו שהשנה הבאה תביא שלום מוחלט ושלם על כל יושבי תבל מעבר לכל חלומות האנושות. May it be your will, God of our fathers and mothers, that the year ahead bring a pervasive and complete peace on all the inhabitants of the earth, beyond all the dreams of humanity. יהי רצון מלפניך אלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו שהשנה הבאה תביא שלום מוחלט ושלם על כל יושבי תבל מעבר לכל חלומות האנושות. May it be your will, God of our fathers and mothers, that the year ahead bring a pervasive and complete peace on all the inhabitants of the earth, beyond all the dreams of humanity. יהי רצון
And now for something completely different. Wait, all right, we don't need this. Was ist gewohnt von meinen Städten? How many people speak Yiddish here? No one? Wow. Oh, some people. A few. No, it's good. It's good. I'm giving you a little Yiddish. You'll find it. No, they're not. So, was ist gewohnt von meinen Städten? This is a gentleman who, an Erev Shabbos or some days, and he got up very early in the morning, and he said, you know, I used to when I was a kid. Oh, I'm sorry, were we talking to this? Slicha. Okay. Thank you very much. He would get up in the morning and he walked out in the fields of his shtetl, his little city where he lived in Europe, and he would pass the synagogue, and he said, could hear the Hazzan's voice ringing off the bima. He says, ringing off the bima. And then he goes into a piece. So it starts in Yiddish saying what he's going to do, and then it goes into a Chazanish piece, very little, not so much. Kavakoras Roy Edro from the Rosh Hashanah davening. So that's it. We're going to do it.
Wenn ich bin, der Monnen sich, wenn ich bin a Kind gewesen, in der Heim, in Städtele amol, in die schöne Winternacht, pflegen mir spazieren gehen und cholemen chaloimes ohne Zoll. Oi, wie du emalt is gewesen, also herzig, also schön, wenn wir pflegen, gehen vorbei die Schule. Und dem Chazens schöne Stimme hat geklingen also friem bei dem Omid mit Greus Gefühl. Kuros roye yedero Ima virzono e tacha shifto Ima virzono tacha shifto tacha shivito Che va corressero e vedrò ma vir zoi noi ta shivitoi Oi ma virzono ta khashivtoi ma virzono ta khashivto ta khashivto Feliz Hadeli Kaprim Ich bleiben von meiner Kind. Neu wurde, was ist geworden von mein Städtere? Was ist geworden von der alter Heim? Oi, wie es bängt sich noch mein Städtele. Mein Jugend hab ich doch verbracht in dem. Das Kessele, das Schulechel, harzig und wie schön, das Bäumele, das Milechel, weil ich es will noch sehen. Was ist geworden von mein Städtele? Was ist geworden von der alten Heim? Was ist geworden von mein Städtele? Was ist geworden von mein alter Heim? Oi, wem es pompt ich doch mein Städtele, mein Jugend hab ich doch verbracht in dem. Das Kessele, das Schulechel, wie harzig und wie schön, das Bäumele, das Milechel, weil ich es will noch sehen. Was ist geworden von mein Städtele? Was ist geworden von mein alten Heim?
That's very nice of you. It's very nice of you. And I just realized that somebody else is coming up now, right? I was about to do that. Hey, my voice is a little bit off.
Sound fine. You still got it. I won't say much, but I grew up on Israeli music. My mother is passionate about Israel. And although she has no formal musical training, she taught herself to play the piano and always played Israeli war songs from the 60s and 70s. That's what I grew up on. This is one I did not know as a child. I found it much later in life, and it is a beautiful Naomi Shemer song called Pirot Chamisha Asar. I can't find a story behind it. It's also called Snow on My City, Sheleg al Iri. And to me, it's a song of almost unrequited love, and it's just sad yearning, and so it's just a beautiful song. Sheleg al Iri, kol halayla nach. El arzot hachom ahuvi halach. Sheleg al Iri v'halayla kan. Me'arzot hachom li yavi tamar. Sheleg al Iri v'halayla kan. Me'arzot hachom li yavi tamar. דבש התאנה, מתק החרוב, ואורחת גמלים עמוסי כל טוב. הנה שוב ישוב שמש לבבי, ומשם תפוח זהב יביא. הנה שוב ישוב שמש לבבי, ומשם תפוח זהב יביא. שלג על עירי נח כמו טלית. מארצות החום מה הבאת לי? שלג על עירי, שלג על פניי, ובתוך הפרי כל געגועי. שלג על עירי, שלג על פניי, ובתוך הפרי כל געגועי. This next song we're doing as an ensemble, it's called Let There Be Love. It's really taken from the Reform liturgy, like the old Gates of Prayer has a beautiful poem that goes with Hashkivenu, and Noah Aronson wrote this, this beautiful...
This microphone needs a little... That's what I was going to say, but I'll let you say that.
All right. It's just a beautiful little duet that we're gonna do. It's a quartet, but it's music here is a duet, but we split it into a quartet. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Thank you. What a pleasure to sing with Naomi and her friends, and to be invited. It's only taken 30 plus years to be in the community to have a cantor here at Kol Shofar, and it really is a blessing. So thanks for the invitation. Thank you to Paul and the board for making such a wonderful decision. And Elana and I are just so happy to have a new colleague right here in Marin County. And of course, I look out and I see so many familiar faces, and some are probably dual members, and some people are just good shul shoppers. And you've come to the right place for some music tonight. So just a word about Ahavat Olam, and I think now as a grandparent, and I think of the struggle of being a father to two wonderful kids, and I think of our liturgy when it comes to love. Let there be love and understanding among us. And this Ahavat Olam, of course, comes in the evening liturgy. There's this flow both in the morning and evening. And how can we possibly, this week with Et Kanan, say the Shema? How can we possibly say we love God with all our heart and soul and might unless we first can feel God's love? Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael. God loves us. And so we as parents, we as grandparents, we are tested. How can we instill in our children a love that will allow them to love themselves and pass love on through the world? So here is Ahavat Olam. It's an arrangement by Ben Steinberg, who is in his 90s, still in Toronto. And the Toronto community he's always been in the Reform movement, but Reform in Toronto is fairly conservadox. So, and his father was a cantor, so you'll hear a little Hazzanish in this, and then there is a part for you to sing, which I don't think you will, but this part here, if you feel the mood, you'll join with me. If not, I'll sing it and enjoy it myself. So. Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avta Torah u'mitzvot Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim otanu Adonai Eloheinu b'shochmeinu ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמע בדברי תורתך ומצוותיך לעולם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגד יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו ובהם נגד יומם ולילה Ve'ahavah ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
About 100 years ago, myself and a couple of other cantors were very, we were honored to be at the bar mitzvah of Eli Wiesel's son, Shalom. Eli Wiesel, I don't know if you know about his books, you know about his love for Israel, etc. But he was a great musician, and in fact brought two pieces with him. This is one of them, and it's the kind of thing that you do without a piano, without anything except hopefully your heart. You know the words to Ani Ma'amin Be'emunah Shelema Be'viat HaMashiach. I have complete belief that the Mashiach is coming. There's no question about it. I've been doing it for about 40, 50 years now, but it'll come. He'll come. This was, it says on your program that it wasn't his piece, but he had learned it from his Rebbe back in Europe, in the mountains. I forgot where he lived, but he lived in that wonderful place. And we've done it. So I feel whenever we have a congregational thing, when you don't know people, etc., I think one of the most wonderful things is to remember that we believe in the coming of the Mashiach. There's no piano here. Usually they turn off the lights. Don't do that. It's all right. And this is how it goes. Ani ma'amin be'emunah shelemo be'viat HaMashiach. I believe with complete faith in the coming of the Messiah. Ani ma'amin be'emunah shelemo be'viat HaMashiach. Ani ma'amin be'emunah shelemo be'viat HaMashiach. Oy ve'afal pi shitmamya achakelo bechol yom sheyovo ve'afal pi shitmamya bechol yom sheyovo.
So I have to say, it's a little intimidating being here and following Hazzan Alberto Mizrahi. Like, that's just, So especially with this piece I'm going to do now, which is has a little Hazzanish, pieces in it, art to it. And, he's kind of the king of Chazanut, so, all right, so, but I'll do my best. This piece is Shomer Yisrael. It's from the weekday morning liturgy, and it has this refrain that you'll catch onto, and hopefully you'll sing along. Shomer shomer Yisrael, shemo sherit Yisrael, ve'al yovad Yisrael, omrim shema Yisrael. Shomer shomer Yisrael, shemo sherit Yisrael, ve'al yovad Yisrael, Shema Yisrael, Shomer Shomer Yisrael, Shemo Sherit Yisrael, Ve'al Yovad Yisrael, Omrim Shema Yisrael. Shomer Shomer Shemo Sherit, Sherit Am Echad, Ve'al Yovad Goy Echad, Ve'al Yovad Goy Echad. יחד עם שמך, עד השם אלוקינו, השם. שומר שומר ישראל, שמו שארית ישראל, ועל יאבד ישראל, join me, האומרים שמה ישראל. שומר שומר ישראל, שמו שארית ישראל, ועל יאבד ישראל, האומרים שמה ישראל. שומר גוי קדוש, שמור שארית עם קדוש, ועל יאבד גוי קדוש, ועל משומר ישראל, שמו שארית ישראל, ועל יאבד ישראל האומרים שמע ישראל, שומר, שומר, שומר ישראל, שמו שארית ישראל, ועל יאבד ישראל האומרים שמע ישראל, שומר, שומר ישראל, שמו שארית ישראל, ועל יאבד ישראל אומרים שמע And no, I will not be singing that at Minyan on Monday.
Now I gotta follow that. Now for something completely different. You all know this song, and it's not a Jewish song. I just love this song. I know, right? I'm 15 for a moment, caught in between 10 and 20, and I'm just dreaming, counting the ways to where you are. I'm 22 for a moment, and she feels better than ever, and we're on fire, making our way back from Mars. 15, there's still time for you, time to buy and time to lose. 15, there's never a wish better than this, when you've only got 100 years to live. I'm 33 for a moment, I'm still a man, but you see I'm a they, a kid on the way, a family on my mind. I'm 45 for a moment, the sea is high and I'm heading into a crisis, chasing the years of my life. 15, there's still time for you, time to buy and time to lose yourself within the morning star. 15, I'm alright with you. 15, there's never a wish better than this, when you've only got 100 years to live. Half time goes by, suddenly you're wise, another blink of an eye, 67 is gone, the sun is getting high, you're moving on. I'm 99 for a moment, I'm dying for just another moment, and I'm just dreaming, counting the ways to where you are. 15, there's there's still time for you. 22, I feel it too. 33, you're on your way. Every day's a new day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 15, there's still time for you. Time to buy and time to choose. 15, there's never a wish better than this. When you've only got 100 years to live.
Naomi, when if John Andrasik comes to the Bay Area, we're going. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to change things up again because, we like to do that, right? This next piece is by Rodgers and Hart, and hopefully my husband will forgive me for this one. That's all I'm going to say. That's my husband, by the way. My current one. I've been married, and often I've sighed. I'm never a bridesmaid, I'm always the bride. I never divorced them, I hadn't the heart. Yet remember these sweet words, till death do us part. I married many men, a ton of them, because I was untrue to none of them, because I bumped off every one of them to keep my love alive. Sir Paul was frail, he looked a wreck to me. At night he was a horse's neck to me. So I performed an appendectomy to keep my love alive. Sir Thomas had insomnia, he couldn't sleep at night. I bought a little arsenic, he's sleeping now, all right. Sir Philip played the harp, I cussed the thing. I crowned him with his harp to bust the thing. And now he plays where harps are just the thing. To keep my love alive, to keep my love alive. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more. I thought Sir George had possibilities, but but his flirtations made me ill at ease. And when I'm ill at ease, I kill at ease to keep my love alive. Sir Charles came from a sanatorium and yelled for drinks in my emporium. I mixed one drink, he's in memoriam, to keep my love alive. Sir Francis was a singing bird, a nightingale, that's why I tossed him off my balcony to see if he could fly. I guess not. Sir Athelstane indulged in fratricide. He killed his dad, and that was patricide. One night I stabbed him by my mattress side to keep my love alive, to keep my love alive. Don't worry, honey, I think you're okay.
This next piece is by one of my favorite composers of Jewish liturgical music, Donny Mossing. I know. And it's his Elohim Tzor, and I never get to sing it with other people, and you really can't sing it without other people, so.
I try on a regular basis.
I know. So, all right.
Elohim Tzor shomim lema, u'sfatayim medaber lema, ve'lem kalalai nafshi tidom, ve'nafshi ka'afar lekol tiyeh Elohim, Elohim. Elohim Tzor shomim lema, u'sfatayim medaber lema, ve'lem kalalai nafshi tidom, ve'nafshi ka'afar lekol tiyeh Elohim, Elohim. Elohim Tzor shomim lema, u'sfatayim medaber lema, ve'lem kalalai nafshi tidom, ve'nafshi ka'afar lekol tiyeh Elohim, Elohim. Tav libi. Tav libi. Tav libi. Time in a bear more, Velim Kalai, nafshi tidom, ve'nafshi ka'afar lekol tiyeh Elohim, Elohim. Elohim Tzor l'sholim era, u'sfatayim medaber milma,
ולמקלי נפשי תדום, ונפשי כעפר כה תהיה אלוהי, אלוהי.
יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני,
אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי.
Shalom, everyone. Erev Tov. And I think it's almost time that we can say Shavua Tov, though we'll be doing Havdalah later. But Shavua Tov, everyone. I want to bring Mazel Tov and congratulations from Congregation Rodef Shalom. Cantor David already said it. But I am so thrilled for the next chapter in Congregation Kol's Shofar's iteration. So thrilled for you, for so many reasons. Of course, the introduction of Cantor Naomi, with your bright smile and your invitation, you wrapped your arms around Cantor David and myself, and we so appreciate it. We also want to say congratulations to Rabbi Paul. Rabbi Paul, we've loved partnering with you now for many years. And I do want to say that, these long pandemic years, we've seen one another less, our congregations, for so many reasons, but also because as we were trying to get through the pandemic, there were so many ways that we had to put blinders on to care for our own community. We so missed the partnership we have had with you and enjoyed for so many years, and this just seems like such a majestic opening. To continue our partnership and just building together vibrant spiritual Jewish life in Marin. So Mazel Tov to you, Mazel Tov to Paul, Mazel Tov to all of Congregation Kol Shofar. We're so thrilled for you. This piece, Yesh Li Chalom, is one of my favorites. Yesh Li Chalom means I have a dream. It's by Moshe Walensky, who is a very famous and prolific Israeli composer. Moshe Walensky arrived in Israel before the state was established, arrived in Palestine before the state was established, and he really is one of the fathers of Israeli popular song. And if you don't know him, just look up his music. There are so many songs that you might recall that you heard in childhood, but so many thrilling songs, and this is my favorite. I read once, I don't know if it's true or it's myth, that Yesh Li Chalom, I Have a Dream, that it was inspired, this piece by Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream, and yet with very different words that invite us to dream. 1 minute, this is very close. Words that invite us to dream about the possibility of peace in our world, of peace in Israel, of children playing together, running hand in hand. And so if you know the Hebrew, the imagery is so evocative of what we hope will one day be. I have a dream that one day all people will know peace.
יש לי חלום, והוא ממש יותר מכל ממש. יש לי חלום, והוא עתיק מאוד וגם חדש. יבוא היום בהיר משמש ומתוק מדבש. יש לי חלום, יש לי חלום. ייסעו שלום הרים חולים אל עמק ואל ים, ושיר פתאום ישירו ילדים מעם אל עם, ולא בחלום ייגש שירם בלב כל העולם. יש לי חלום, יש לי חלום, יש לי חלום אשר קיבלתי בירושה מאת אבי. מכל תהום ידע לפרוס כנפיו ולהמריא. זכור ממוות ומשבי. יש לי חלום, יש לי חלום, יש לי חלום עצור כמעיין בלב ההר. זה המקום מכאן יפרוץ ויעלה ואביב בר, ושיר שלום יפח מסלע זה אל כל התואר. יש לי חלום, יש לי חלום, יש לי חלום, יש לי
Very good. Let's see if I actually put this in here. Okay. So this is a tune that was done by a wonderful cantor from Toronto. Actually, he's from Israel. Actually, he's from Weiss. He's a wonderful guy. And it's Lecha Dodi, so I'm going to do Lecha Dodi, and you're going to sing it with me, because I think most of you probably have heard it. And if not, fake it, and I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's... Yeah, why don't you all come up? Come on, let's go. If you don't know, don't come. No, just come. You'll love it. It loves you, you'll love it. It's great. Baruch Hashem. It's not my night. Penei Shabbat.
Shabbat nekabela. La 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 la. La 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 la. Lecha dodi, dikerat kala. Let's go. Bene Shabbat, kabela la la la. Lecha dodi, dikerat kala. Bene Shabbat, nekabela. Shamar vezachor, belibur echad. Ishmianu. El Aveyu Echad, Adonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad, Shem u'Letiferet, V'Lidehi Lahoy Lechad Dodi, Nigerat Kala, Bene Shabbat, Nekabela Lechad Dodi, Nigerat Kala. Shabbat, kabela, likra Shabbat, v'chud necha, ki nekor haberacha merosh mikerem nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'machshava tchila. Hey, lecha dodi. Likrat kala, bene Shabbat, nekabela lecha dodi. Likrat kala, bene Shabbat, nekabela. Boi v'shalom, ateret ba'ala, gam besimcha u'v'tzahola. Am segula, boi chala, lecha dodi. Let's go. Digerat kala, bene Shabbat, nekabela la 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 lecha dodi. Digerat kala, bene Shabbat, nekabela. Am I leaving now?
Unless you want to sing
No.
another ensemble piece with us. It's all of us. All of us. This next piece is another Donnie Mossing, because I get to play with friends now. This is another Donnie Mossing favorite of mine. It's actually the priestly blessing, the Birkat Kohanim. It comes from his wedding suite, actually. And it's just a little Yivarechacha, and I thought it would be lovely to bless my new congregation with friends. Adonai, v'yishmerecha, ken yehi ratzon, ya'er Adonai panav elecha, v'chuneka, ken yehi I thought you were done too. Sorry. You got to relax. No. And we're going to close. Are we closing?
I'm having one of those nights.
This is a beautiful piece by Craig Taubman. It's the last verse of Adon Olam, Beyado Av Kidruchi. And it's a beautiful lullaby. Let's see if I remember who's. Beyado Av Kidruchi, Be'et Ishan Ve'ahira, Ve'imruchi Geviati, Adonai li ve'lohira, Ve'imruchi Geviati, Adonai li ve'lohira.
My soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Hold me in your hand. Hold me near, I shall not fear. Safely in your hand.
My soul I give to you, my spirit in your care. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Adonai Elohim. Draw me near, I shall not fear. Safely in your All right.
Oh my gosh, it's going to take a week to wipe the smile off my face. I am so filled with gratitude. Can we give one more round of applause, one more hand? Cantor David Margules, Rabbi-Cantor Elana Rosen-Brown, Hazzan Bernstein, Hazzan Alberto Mizrahi, and our very own newly minted cantor, Naomi Weiss, everybody. What a beautiful evening. So filled with gratitude. So filled with gratitude for all of you to be here, to share in all of this. And let me not forget, I've been meaning to say this all day. In the background, working all day long from morning till night is a D. Marshall and Kurt Kim setting up the Zoom and the lights and everything. And did I forget Tova Marcos, our pianist and accompanist here, coming from Los Angeles. Thank you to everybody. We are very lucky. We'll be back next week. All these people will be gathering again. I hope to have you all back again. It's always wonderful to be with you, Cantor David, Rabbi Elana, your kind words. Thank you. My new friend, Sandy, and Hazzan, I think, will be connected through our mutual friends, and Tova, I think, will be connected through our mutual friends. If there were only somebody who knew how to lead Havdalah around here. And so we'll end with a little bit of sweetness. It's been so sweet. The sweetness of Havdalah, which brings in through our senses, but really it's the sweetness of community. It's the sweetnesses of all of you, all of our hearts coming together in joy. And it's not too early. The high holidays are right among us. We finished the downtime for the 3 weeks to Tisha B'Av, but now we're on the upturn toward Rosh Hashanah. It's a time of renewal. It's a time to renew our spirits. And so here we are, renewing our spirits with love and gratitude and the sweetness of music and community. I ask everyone to please rise as we gather for Havdalah.
הנה ישועתי יפתח ולא אבחר, כי עוזי וזמרת יד אדוני ויהי לי לישועה. ושאבתם מים בששון ממעייני הישועה. לאדוני הישועה, על עמך ברכתך סלע. Adonai tzavot imani miskav lanu Elohei Yaakov Selah. Adonai tzavot ashrei adam boteach bach. Adonai Yoshia hamelech yanenu biyom makoreinu. LaYehudim hayta ora v'simcha v'sason bikar. Kein tiyeh lanu kos yeshuot esa u'b'shem Adonai ekra. LaYehudim hayta ora, v'simcha v'sason bikar. LaYehudim hayta ora, v'simcha v'sason bikar. Kein tiyeh lanu, tiyeh lanu, tiyeh lanu. Kein tiyeh lanu, tiyeh lanu, tiyeh lanu. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la 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 lai la lai lai la la lai la la lai lai la 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 lai lai la lai la 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 lai lai la 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 lai la lai lai la la lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafel la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim borei minei v'samim lai lai la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh lai lai la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ben or lechoshech ben Yisrael la'amim ben yom hashvi'i l'sheshet yemei hamaseh Baruch atah Adonai hamavdil ben kodesh lechol lai lai la 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 Eliyahu Hanavi Eliyahu Hatishbi Eliyahu Mashiach ben David, in Mashiach ben David. And if there are any kids here, 3 stars are shining in the sky. Goodbye, oh Queen, Shabbat goodbye. Come back next week, we'll all be home to sing again. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you all. We wish you a Shavua Tov, a good and sweet week, a good and sweet year. Thank you all. Drive safe. Shavua Tov.